when we get into identifying what our actual products are, we're not BMW, we don't sell cars, we're an IT organization in a utility. So when we start talking about what our products actually are, we're seeing people get hung up here a little bit. And so I would really love to get your thinking on how do you see people approach this task of products? So we're focused on the right groupings of work and those right value streams.
Yeah, so that's a really great question and a really important question. I actually will relate it briefly back to cars because BMW were faced with the same challenge, right? So they've got, we all understand and their board understands what all the car models are. That's easy to understand. But what are all the technology products, right? You've got some things that are below the SIM card. That's the software running in the car. So that's, in those cars that we were just talking about, that's 80 different computers on the car. And that's even infotainment is one of the big ones, but there are all sorts of others. So there's a whole bunch of potentially technology products there. There's the mobility service. There are the internal applications that BMW uses. There's the tool chain that they use for IT because they've got thousands of IT staff. So like every other organization going through the shift, defining that portfolio of products and value streams is a really important step. And exactly as you're doing right now, exactly as we're partnering. So I think that the question is, how do you do it? In the case of BMW Group, and they've been public about this, which is great, they said, okay, well, we've got 17 product domains, and one of them are the mobility services. Another one is internal applications. Another one of that is our infrastructure application. Another one is the plant software and such, right? Another one is the car software and so on. So you basically, at a high level, need to understand, what those high-level business value streams are. In their case, it was 17 at the top with over 200 actual product value streams below that. And then what they end up doing is giving each one each of these product domains some autonomy, P&L, and the like. It was, by the way, I think it was easier for them to do this because they already operate this way in their cars. They just never operate this way with technology. So the question is, how can we, and it's exactly what we're doing together now, how can we operationalize that within CMS Energy? And I think that one of the most important things to realize, and Tamara, you mentioned some of the key concepts, right, is that we need to measure and manage flow, and we need fast feedback. We need to understand, as we're putting investment into here, are we getting more features to our customers more quickly? Are we improving the quality of our experience? Are we reducing the cost of quality so it's getting cheaper and cheaper to provide quality customer experiences? So with the flow framework and Tasktop Viz give you is the ability to do that, to say, okay, for this value stream, and I'll get back to the start of your questions in a moment, but for this particular value stream, how are we, what are our goals? Is it fast flow and ability to experiment, and because this is a consumer-facing application, or is it stability and reducing technical debt because it's a back-end system of some sort? So first of all, we need to, and this is, I challenge all executives out there to understand the main concepts of flow, because what I've tried to do with the flow framework is make it very high level, above all the jargon of Agile and DevOps and all those things that some of us love, like myself, yeah. But to really make it meaningful from a business perspective. That's why you only have these 4 flow items that flow through technology value streams of features, defects, risks, and debts. And we need to understand, are we trying to optimize for fast feature flow? Are we trying to optimize for risk reduction and such? And then so those are the core concepts of flow. And then the question is, what are the value streams, exactly as you asked? And then fundamentally, I think the key thing with technology is that value streams are people, but value streams are teams. They're teams of teams. So we need to really look at, okay, and again, you've got experience, and the group here's got very good experience with value stream mapping. Take that same kind of concept, and value stream management is just making that map a live view of the organization. Exactly the way that you can imagine a lean shop actually has a live map. It's not just that one value stream map they create on PowerPoint or in Visio. They actually have a live map of how things are flowing and what the bottlenecks are. So our approach to this is to say, as we're doing with you today, which is again why it's so great to see CMS Energy on this path, is we're going to get a view of what's flowing, and then you basically juxtapose that with your current team structure. That's your organization design. That's what your technology teams look like, and then your business value streams, what you're delivering to the market. And to your consumers. And it's just a journey of over time, and we suggest every quarter looking at those things and more closely align them. You see that, for example, you need more flow, you need more shorter time to market, and more velocity on this part. Well, you look at, okay, into that value stream, we should move 2 or 3 more teams, 2 or 3 more agile teams in support of that. Or over here, this is something we really want to sunset and technology we want to move away from. So you start making decisions to shift away from that. But recognize that because technology and software are creative endeavors, value streams are in the end people, and the software is built by people. And then it's just this journey of seeing what your portfolio is today, and then evolving that portfolio of value streams over time.